Ever feel like you're stuck on that content hamster wheel? Just spending hours trying to come up with the perfect social media video.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, it's the worst.
I hear ya. And Syllaby.io hears ya, too.
Syllaby.io. Okay, so this is an AI-powered platform that basically helps you create those faceless videos that are so popular right now.
Right. You don't need to be a tech expert or like an editing wizard to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like your secret weapon for just totally crushing it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a deep dive into Syllaby.io today.
Yeah, checking out real user reviews, you know?
Exactly. Seeing what it's all about. Benefits, drawbacks.
The whole 9 yards. Will help you figure out, does it live up to the hype? Is it worth your time? Is this the tool that's going to like break us free from the content grind?
All right, so let's unpack this a little bit. What exactly is Syllaby.io? It's more than just a video editing tool, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's built on this idea that social media is basically a search engine now.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Think about it.
Yeah.
When you need information, where do you go?
Google.
Yeah. You go to Google and you type in a question.
Mm-hmm.
And people are using social media in the same way now.
So instead of just scrolling through their feeds, they're actually looking for answers, looking for information.
Exactly. That's what Syllaby is designed to do. It's like, okay, how do we get your video content to be the answer to those questions that people are typing in?
That makes a lot of sense. I was reading a review the other day. It was called, Is Syllaby.io Worth Your Time? And they talked a lot about this idea of evergreen content. What does that even mean?
Evergreen content. Okay, so that is content that stays relevant and valuable over time, you know? It's like a classic how-to video, like how to change a tire or bake a chocolate chip cookie.
Right.
Those never get old. People are always searching for that kind of stuff. So those videos keep attracting viewers, you know, months, years, even after they're posted.
So it's about creating videos that people will keep coming back to.
Yes, exactly. Long-term appeal.
The review also mentioned that it's super user-friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great for those of those who are not, super tech-savvy.
Right. One of Syllaby's biggest strengths is that you don't need to be an expert to use it. The process is so intuitive and straightforward. You can just focus on creating great content instead of messing around with all the technical stuff.
I love that. And I saw they have like a 30-day faceless video challenge, which is kind of cool.
It is. It's fun.
It's like gamifying the whole content creation process. And they even offer prizes.
Yeah, it's a really clever way to motivate people and help them learn the ropes.
Yeah, get you going. Okay, so we've got a good handle on like the why of Syllaby. Now let's get into the how. Walk us through actually creating a video using this platform.
Okay, so it all starts with keyword research. Before you even start thinking about a script, you need to figure out, what is your audience actually looking for online? What are they searching for? What questions are they asking?
So it's like detective work. It's like figuring out what your audience actually wants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you've got a good list of keywords, then Syllaby's AI kicks in and generates a script just based on those keywords. And you can even choose from different styles and tones to make sure it matches your brand.
So you're not stuck with like a one-size-fits-all script.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
You can customize it to sound like you, but keep in mind it's still a starting point. You'll probably want to tweak the script, to inject your own personality, your own expertise. You don't want to sound like a robot.
Yeah. Right. Make it your own.
The AI does a good job at crafting a solid base, but it's up to you to make it really sing.
All right. So we've done our keyword research. We've got our script.
Yeah.
What happens next?
That's when the visual magic comes in.
Okay.
Syllaby creates visuals for you, adds subtitles, and even does voiceovers.
Wait, I don't even have to record my own voice.
You can create a whole video without ever being on camera or speaking a word. It's perfect for anyone who's camera shy or just, prefers to be behind the scenes.
I love that. And you mentioned subtitles too.
Yeah, it automatically adds subtitles to all your videos, which is fantastic for accessibility.
Oh, that's so important.
And for those people who, like to watch videos with the sound off.
Right. I do that all the time.
Yeah, so it makes your content more inclusive. You reach a wider audience.
Love it. And then what?
And then you can just schedule your video to be posted.
Easy.
And then track its performance. You can see how well it's doing using Syllaby's analytics tools.
Okay, so they've really streamlined that entire process from start to finish.
They have.
Now, what about the credit system? How does that work?
So Syllaby uses a credit system. Basically, every time you create a piece of content, it uses up some of your credits.
So it's kind of like having a budget for your video creation.
Exactly. The number of credits you need depends on things like how long your video is, how complex it is.
Yeah.
But the basic plan gives you a decent amount of credits each month, like enough to create a good amount of content.
Okay.
But if you're like a high volume creator putting out videos every single day, you might need to upgrade to a bigger plan to get more credits.
Makes sense. It's good to have options for different levels of creators out there.
Definitely. So we've talked about how it works, but who is Syllaby actually FOR? Is it just for like social media influencers? Or can anyone benefit from this?
Yeah.
It's definitely not just for influencers. Their website actually lists a bunch of different industries that could use this tool. Real estate, healthcare, fitness, education, retail.
Really? Wow. That's a pretty wide range.
Yeah, it's not just about like, going viral on TikTok or whatever.
Right.
Imagine a real estate agent who wants to make like virtual tours of properties.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Or explain the home buying process, make it fun and easy to understand.
Yeah.
Or a therapist who wants to share tips on managing stress and anxiety. They could use Syllaby to create these short, informative videos and reach way more people.
That's such a great idea. Or even like educators.
Oh, yeah?
Creating engaging lesson summaries, explaining complex topics in a visual way. I'm seeing how versatile this tool can be.
It is. It's not just about making flashy videos. It's about using video as a really powerful communication tool in all kinds of fields.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because it's so user-friendly, it opens up video creation to a whole new group of people.
Yeah, people who might have been intimidated by it before, It's like giving anyone the power to share their knowledge and expertise through video.
Love it. Okay, so we've established that Syllaby can be used by a wide range of creators, but let's get down to brass tacks here. What are the pros and cons, based on those user reviews that we talked about?
Okay, so the biggest pro that comes up over and over again is that Syllaby saves people so much time and energy.
Oh, yeah. Time is precious.
It is.
Yeah.
It really streamlines the entire video creation process, from coming up with ideas to editing to scheduling. And a lot of users rave about the user-friendly interface. They say it makes the whole process enjoyable,
I like that.
which is important, And Syllaby also helps people find trending topics,
Oh, that's key.
which is essential if you want your content to actually be seen.
Yeah, you don't want it to just get lost in the void.
Exactly. And another big plus is the focus on SEO. Syllaby helps you optimize your videos for search engines. So your content is more likely to actually show up in search results and get those organic views.
So it's not just about making a video and hoping it goes viral. It's about actually being strategic and making sure that people can find it.
Exactly. And then on top of all that, people really seem to love the real clone AI avatars.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah, you can create like a little virtual version of yourself to deliver your message.
That's awesome. Okay, it sounds like Syllaby has a lot going for it, but what about the downsides? There have to be some.
Of course, no tool is perfect.
Right.
One thing that comes up is that while those AI-generated scripts are a good starting point, they often need some tweaking to make them really sound like you and, showcase your expertise.
Yeah. You don't want to just rely on the AI and end up sounding generic or robotic.
Exactly. You got to bring your own unique voice to it.
It's about finding that balance between automation and authenticity.
Yes. Another potential downside is the credit system. While the basic plan gives you a good number of credits to work with, if you're creating tons of videos, you might find it limiting. You might have to upgrade to a more expensive plan to get the credits you need.
So it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to weigh the cost versus the benefit
Yeah.
and figure out what works best for you.
Exactly. And then finally, some people have said that the quality of the visuals can be a little bit inconsistent.
Oh, really?
It offers a bunch of different templates and customization options, but you might need to experiment a bit to find the style that really works for you.
So it's worth playing around with it and seeing what looks best.
Yeah. And just remember that Syllaby is a tool to help you. It's not meant to replace your own creativity.
Right. It's there to enhance what you're already doing.
Exactly. You still need to bring your own ideas and your own personality to the table.
Okay, so we've got a good sense of the pros and the cons. Now, how does Syllaby compare to all the other AI writing tools out there? Like ChatGPT, JasperCopy.ai. There are so many options.
Yeah, that's true. Those AI writing tools are awesome for writing, things like blog posts, social media captions, emails. But Syllaby is really focused on video, and specifically video that's optimized for search engines and designed to keep people coming back.
So it's about creating those videos that have long-term value.
Exactly. Evergreen content. It helps you create videos that stay relevant for months, even years.
Yeah.
And by focusing on SEO, it makes sure that those videos are actually seen by people who are searching for that kind of information.
So it's not just about churning out as much content as you can. It's about creating content that's actually valuable and discoverable.
Right. It's about quality over quantity.
Okay, so Syllaby is all about helping you create content that's not just engaging, but also really smart and strategic.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about what Syllaby is, how it works, who it's for, how it compares to the competition.
Mm-hmm. We've looked at the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes. Now, the big question, is it worth trying?
That's really up to you, you know? It depends on what you need and what you're hoping to achieve. Yeah.
But if you're looking for a way to make video creation easier and faster,
Right.
and you want to create high-quality content that ranks well in search, then Syllaby is definitely worth checking out.
Especially if you're someone who's like intimidated by the whole video editing process.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Or if you just don't have the time to learn all the technical stuff,
Right.
Syllaby takes care of all that for you. So you can focus on what you're good at, you know, sharing your expertise and connecting with your audience.
It sounds like a great option for anyone who wants to use the power of video without all the hassle.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the best way to figure out if it's right for you is to just try it out. They have a free trial, so you can test out all the features and see how it works.
That's always a good idea. Get a feel for it before you commit.
Exactly. And who knows? You might just find that Syllaby is the secret weapon you've been missing.
That would be amazing. All right, so that's a wrap on our deep dive into what Syllaby is and how it works. But hold on, we're not done yet.
We've got to talk about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Exactly. We need to think about what this whole AI revolution means for us as creators.
Right. Where do we fit in?
So stay tuned. We're going to dive into all of that in just a minute.
It's going to be good.
Okay, so we've talked about all the cool things Syllaby can do, but let's zoom out for a minute. You know, we're in this really interesting time where AI is becoming more and more a part of our lives.
It is.
What does that even mean for us as creators?
Right. It's the question everyone's asking. It's amazing to see how these AI tools are changing things, you know, making it easier than ever to create really high quality content. But it also raises some interesting questions about, you know, authenticity.
Right. Like, are we all going to start sounding the same if we're all using AI to write our scripts and come up with ideas?
Yeah, like, is there a risk of losing that personal touch, that thing that makes our content unique and relatable?
Exactly.
It's definitely something to think about. I think the key is to use AI as a tool, not to let it take over completely. We still need to bring our own voices, our own perspectives, you know, our own experiences to the table.
Yeah.
AI can help us with the process, like the technical stuff, and generating ideas.
Right.
But it's still up to us to actually shape those ideas into something that feels real and engaging.
So it's like AI can be our assistant,
Yeah.
but we're still the director. We're calling the shots.
Exactly. And I think that's where the real magic happens, when you combine the power of AI with human creativity.
Yeah.
That's how you get something that's both impressive technically, but also really personal.
It's like a collaboration.
It is, like humans and machines working together,
I love that.
each bringing their own strengths to the table.
Yeah, and we're already seeing this in other creative fields too, right? Like music.
Oh, totally. Musicians using AI to compose new melodies. Artists using it to create these mind-blowing visuals.
Yeah.
Writers using it to get over writer's block.
It's almost like AI is pushing us to be even more creative.
Yeah, to think outside the box.
Yeah.
To try new things. And I think that's ultimately a good thing.
It's a really exciting time to be a creator, that's for sure.
It is.
But with all this talk about AI, we can't forget about the human element.
Oh, absolutely. The human connection is still at the heart of it all.
Right. People want authenticity. They
Yeah.
want to feel like they're connecting with a real person, not a machine.
Exactly. And that's something that AI just can't replicate. At least not yet.
Maybe not yet.
So even though we have these amazing tools, you know, we have to use them in a way that strengthens that human connection, not weakens it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Syllaby.io, we want to leave you with a few things to think about.
Okay, sure.
First, think about how AI can fit into your own creative process. Does it excite you? Does it scare you a little bit?
Yeah.
How can you use these tools in a way that feels good to you, while still staying true to yourself and your own unique voice?
I like that.
And don't be afraid to experiment,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
Try out different tools. See what works. There's a whole world out there waiting to be explored.
Definitely. And remember, AI is always changing.
Oh, it's moving so fast.
What seems groundbreaking today might be old news tomorrow.
Yeah.
So stay curious, keep learning, and never stop pushing those boundaries.
We're living in a time of amazing technological advancements, and it's up to us to decide how those advancements are going to shape the creative world.
We have the power to use AI for good, to create content that's not just fun and exciting, but also meaningful and impactful.
And uniquely human.
Exactly. And that's a future I'm excited about.
Me too.
Er,
All right, that brings us to the end of part 2, but stick around. We have one more part coming up where we'll wrap up our thoughts on Syllaby and this whole AI content creation thing.
We'll see you in a minute.
All right, so as we wrap up our deep dive into Syllaby.io and this whole world of AI content creation, we want to leave you with this.
Okay.
The future of content creation, it's all about collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
It's humans and AI working together.
Yeah, like a partnership.
Exactly. And it's up to us to figure out how to make that partnership work.
Right. How to find that sweet spot.
Yeah, where we're using these amazing tools to help us create better content, but also making sure we're not losing that human touch,
Yeah.
that authenticity, that real connection.
Right.
That's what makes our content resonate with people.
Totally. So keep exploring, keep experimenting. Don't be afraid to try new things and push those boundaries.
The only limit is your imagination.
And maybe your internet connection.
So true. All right, folks. That's it for our deep dive into Syllaby.io. We hope you learned something new today.
We did too.
If you're curious to learn more, check out their website. They've got a free trial so you can play around with all the features.
It's fun.
And if you have any thoughts or questions about Syllaby or AI content creation in general, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, hit us up.
You can find us on social media or on our website.
Until next time.
Happy creating, Val.